Wilt thou go with me to Ramoth Gilead? Now, that's a loaded question, and I know you might be saying, well, Pastor King, what are you talking about here? Well, I'm talking about King Jehoshaphat, because King Jehoshaphat had allowed himself to have a relationship with a man that was going to cause him to have a great difficulty in life. You see, to be a king is a position of great authority, but it's also a position of great responsibility, because he had people that he had responsibility to make sure that things were the best for his people. This decision that he's about to make, when King Ahab says, go with me to Ramoth Gilead, because what he's saying to him is, I want you to bring your army and line up with my army, and we'll go fight the Syrians together. I said yesterday on the broadcast, I think that if King Jehoshaphat had been back in Jerusalem where he belonged, and not had gone down to Ahab's place, to this big feast that he was putting on, and had not allowed himself to get caught up in all of the festivities that was going around him, I believe he would have made a better decision. But because he'd already compromised himself, now he's on the slippery slope. You remember the story of Lot. Lot was the nephew of Abraham, who followed him into the land of Canaan, even though he was not said of God, or God had not said, take Lot with you. Nevertheless, Lot was there. And they came to a place to where the herdsmen of Lot and the herdsmen of Abraham weren't getting along. And so finally, Abraham said to Lot, he says, you decide what direction you want to go. He says, you go to the well-watered plains, or you go to the mountains, either one, and I'll go the opposite direction. And Lot chose the well-watered plains. And it says that he pitched his tent towards Sodom. In other words, he didn't immediately just move into city of Sodom and Gomorrah. No, he just looked that way longingly. And you see, that's what will get you in trouble. It's what you allow yourselves to focus on, dwell on, maybe even allow yourself to do a little daydreaming about it. And the next thing you know, you find yourself in a compromised situation to where all of the passions of life are screaming out at you. And then you make a bad choice, a bad decision. And as bad decisions go, they tend to affect you for a lifetime, because oftentimes it'll put you in a direction that you never thought you'd go. But nevertheless, because everything has now been dropped, and all the things that would have normally have kept you from doing that, those shields are gone. And now we find ourselves in that position where the enemy has now gained control. And it's often disastrous. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.